Hey guys, and welcome back to Legomaster627's Creations. So, today is July 29th of 2024, with it being the last Monday of July. The last day's on the 31st. We are, of course, going to be continuing the Sand Village project, the third episode out of 5 of this project, because there are 5 places in the village that must be created, and we're going on to the third one in this episode. What I'm standing right in front of now is what we created in the last episode, the town. And in this episode, we're going to be creating the Plaza area, which literally goes right next to the town area. Like, I'm not even freaking kidding. I'm not making that up. But because I forgot to do this in the last few episodes, I apologize. We're going to do this. Oh, dang, all 5 today. Okay. All right, I got all 5 of them over here. So let's get started. So to officially kick off this project, well, we're going to do something pretty interesting today. You see, in the Plaza themed part of the project, since this was technically located in desert, give me just a second. That volume is loud on my end. Holy frick. Since this was technically a Plaza themed project, we'll be adding the following into this project. Actually, it doesn't go out that far. But this could be an alternative for where you get the cats. You see, in the original project, we had a little pet area, which could be a nice little alternative to where the cats will be. But I highly doubt it, since these guys were non-existent back then. Now, we will have to expand this a bit, as we will be going further. It's not like that, where these were, like, centered like that. No, these are all, like, going in a straight line. This time around. So, this area will actually be much bigger than the town area. I say this purposely because it's actually not a joke. So I may pause some of these sections if needed, which, actually, I will not be surprised if I actually have to do that right now. Because if I'm going to be quite honest, this is going to take a while to fill up. Give me a minute, or a few. Alright guys, that is done. That only took a few minutes. Now, I may have to expand this a bit more later, but I will do that if needed. Actually, I might have to, considering there's like 2 other buildings that go here. So I won't be surprised if I have to expand. I expanded as much as I could for right now. And then again, if needed, I will have to expand again later. I'm building a little pet shop area for, like, the cats or something. Now, back then, there were no actual pets that were sold here. Not even my original dogs from Lego's Island. At least the first 5 that you saw in Lego's Island were even sold here. So, yeah. That happened. Now, I did add a little more here, because there was a little, like, play area back here I remember back then I made for some freaking reason. I don't know. Since it is part of the original creation, it has to be put here. I actually do not remember the inside of this room, actually, so this is going to be a bit odd. I might have to make my own custom version, much like how I had to do for the clothes shop in the last episode. Because that, I also had to make a custom creation for, because I purposely couldn't remember exactly how this looked. Now, like I said, I might have to do that again, purposely because I completely forgot. Now, granted, I may have to put a similar roof to this, like we saw in the town design. For a lot of these, it may be similar roofs. Mainly because they actually do look pretty similar. Or, for all we know, I could be doing the wrong one, but since I'm the only one that remembers this logic, or just remembers this design in general, I should be the only one that knows this. And I've said it too within the last few episodes. So there we go. That is done. Now, like I said, I don't remember exactly what the inside looked like. Let me just go grab a torch. I know I could have grabbed it from the creative inventory. But hey, there was some nearby. Head on inside, put in some torches. Nice. Oh, I think this might actually expand all the way to, like, the back of the shop. So I'll take advantage of that. Also, holy frick. I realized I raised my volume up again. I should stop doing that. Because, my god, that is loud on my end. Actually, I just realized this should probably just be expanded all the way over here. Even if it's not fully accurate, it generally doesn't matter. Actually, give me just 1 second. So what I did was expanded this by like 1 column. You can clearly see the difference. Alright, that's 1 shop done. On the outside, that is, dang it. Yeah, I kind of can't remember what was in here. So, much like this, I'm going to have to make a custom design. Hope you don't mind. I know I've said in the past that I have a really great memory, but this is one of those times where I straight up actually can't remember this. And I know that there's no windows over on this wall, because I know there's another building next to it. So what's the point? Also, I ended up changing the roof to yellow, because I think I recall that being there in the originals. Much like how this is obsidian on top of this roof. Also, I just changed the floor color of this room, because I'm starting to now get bits and pieces of the room, but not fully, unfortunately. So we're still gonna have to stick with a custom design. I also did it so this, when I place down this, in particular, doesn't blend in. So that's also another reason. I'm doing it so this particularly just doesn't blend in. Because that would be weird. Because, like, if I were to place down the birch versions, they would just easily blend into the room. And you wouldn't think they were there unless you looked really close. Oh, and actually, I think I remember there being, like, a carpet in here. Maybe something like this along the lines of this, maybe? I don't know. I kind of forgot, too, because, again, it's been so long. Oh, well, I'll make my own. Alright! Good enough! Actually, this doesn't look that bad. I thought it was going to look way worse. Alright, so I just expanded the village a bit more. I told you guys I would do it if within reason, and apparently I did need to expand it at least 1 more time because I realized we have 2 more buildings specifically going right here and right here that had to force me to expand 1 more time. Not to mention, the area we're creating in the next episode also forced me to expand as well, as it's a little big area, so hopefully this should be the last time we have to expand. Because there's actually nothing past the plaza area this way, so this actually will probably have been the last time we would have had to expand. So without further ado, let's officially jump into the next building. So the next building is a feeder area, which is going to be rather interesting, as ironically one of the last events I held in this village before I lost it was based off of this building. So what a coincidence! Actually, I'm like not messing around. That's actually like not even a legitimate joke, guys. I'm like legitimately not making that up whatsoever. That is not a joke. Because much like a lot of the other places like the lab, I also made events around here too. Like right after like the events, of course, opening the lab, because of course this village came out after the lab, so it would be as expected that of course I made, you know, like an event based off of this, or just events in this village in general. So like, it shouldn't be a shock that we do eventually get to this point. Or at least to some extent. Now, why is this so small, you're probably wondering. Well, to be honest, I actually completely forgot. Why was this so freaking small? Yeah, now I'm beginning to question. I feel I remember there being more to this. So what I decided to do was expand the building walls just 1 inch, or 1 column of blocks longer than what we just saw. Now, I don't remember if this is exactly how huge this ended up being, but I'll know it once I see it. Like right now, actually. So why do I feel like I remember this being bigger? Actually, let's place down the stage and see what happens. Yeah, I think I remember this being way bigger. Actually, I just came to the ultimate legitimate realization. I actually don't remember the insides for any of the plaza areas, only the outside parts. I mostly remember these from my head on the outside, like the outsides of the buildings, not the inside. So this is going to be a problem. Most of these are probably going to have to be custom-made designs. But hey, it makes it more fun, am I right? So I just decided to expand this a bit more because I definitely remember this being a little bigger than what we just saw. So I'm just going to expand this, turn down the volume a bit. To be quite honest, I guess we're just gonna put a stage here and be done. Like, I remember, like, the last event I made in this village was, like, an award show event, similar to, like, the Best Party Awards. But, of course, this was, like, a year before I made that, because this was in 2015. So, yeah. It was definitely something. Actually, I think the stage might have been completely lowered because, like... Wait a minute, I just realized, I think this might actually be slightly lowered because of the ceiling. There we go. I think that's how I remember it, for the most part. Also, actually, I think this works considering the next part actually kind of requires it to look like this. So actually, I think I am getting this right from my own memory. That's surprising considering, once again, this is an all-memory project. I'm surprised how much of this I'm actually getting right. Except for the insides of the rooms. That's the only thing I might just get straight wrong in this. But like I said, I don't think anybody's truly gonna care. Including myself. The one who made this whole village 9 years ago. So, there you have it. We made the stage area. Oh, I didn't realize that Cookie was sitting over here. Yeah, we made the stage area. Hooray! Oh, hey, we got the Wandering Trader again. Actually, give me just 1 second. I actually want to see what he offers over there. Give me a 10 second. What does he offer? Oh, okay. Actually, you know what? I'll take that. I will take that. I will gladly take that, actually. I will gladly. Hey, get back here. There we go. I'll take that. It may be useful in the future. Maybe. Well, the stage we got done with rather quickly. So, there's only one place that remains. There's gotta be at least one restaurant in this village, and you bet there frickin' was one. Oh, first, let's light this up, considering I just realized I did not light it up before, you know, moving on. Much better! Guys, I am so stupid for not remembering this earlier. I think these are actually how they're supposed to look. My bad! Oh my god, I just came to the realization. I think I actually remember them looking like this, actually, instead of what we saw last time. Oh my god, it's finally coming back to me! Not the insides of these rooms, though. I don't think I'll ever be able to remember that. I think the red curtain actually fits the room better. What do you guys think? Okay, let's actually do this. And I mean for real this time, I apologize. We only have one more place in the entire plaza area, which is right here. I mean, we at least had one restaurant area in this entire village, and yes, we actually did. Just one. Just one single restaurant area. Yep, in the entire village, we managed to at least have one. And that's actually kind of impressive, considering I kind of only just remember now that we actually did have one. Although the problem is I forgot the entrance place. I do remember the floor looking like this, though. It did actually look really cool. The problem is, this is one of the only buildings in the whole village that I actually completely forgot its size. Well, what I mean by it's, you know, length on the outside. So, that's gonna be an issue. boy. I do remember the floor definitely being like this, like a checkered one. I do remember that. What if the building lamp just ended up being like this? That's one thing I'm actually curious of. Maybe it was like this? I have to remember correctly. Or for all we know, I could be completely wrong. Maybe it wasn't that huge. Okay, so I resized the room just a bit, which means I'm going to put a roof over it. What I mean by is that I think I found the correct length of the room. Or just the building itself. So, this shouldn't take much longer. We're actually about to be done. Very, very soon. So, there we have it. Actually, yeah, I think I remember that being the door, actually. Alright, so all we gotta do is just place some torches in here, which shouldn't take too long. There we go. Now, there are no more buildings past this point, so we are actually able to put a window here, which is something. Well, guys, that practically wraps it up. I shortened this building size just because I realized I think it might have been a little too long. So this is how it actually looks on the inside. And let me just add some tables and we're done here. So I shortened the size one more time just so it can match the coffee shop just a little. And the reason I did that is purposely because, like, I feel the building is just super long. Like, do I really need it that long? I don't think so. Now, I'm placing a ton of tables here mainly because, well, I have to do it somewhere. Well, that's mainly the only places left I can place these tables. Because, like, if I do it here, it gets overly crowded. So, yeah. I even did it there, too, just to prevent it from being overcrowded. Mainly that's it. Like, that's practically it. Like, there's nothing else. The fact that all three of these buildings have custom designs is pretty crazy. And, well, there were no more buildings that happened after this. That's why there's a window here, because there's no buildings that happened after this. There was just a pet shop, a stage, and a restaurant area. That's literally it. That's literally all it was. And that wraps up this episode of Legomaster627's Creations. So, next episode, we're going to be focusing on something pretty cool. Because I actually just remembered that Ambrose actually made a house literally like right around here that's very similar to his Zola's Lab 2's house counterpart. So we're going to be building that in the next episode, which is literally going to be going right here. So I may have to remove some of this path, although I think actually it was a few blocks away from here. So, yeah. And then after that, we got one more place, which is going to be built right over here. So please do look out for that. We'll be building that house on August 5th. And then one more area, specifically right here, right behind the stage, on August 12th. And then that's it for the project, because there was nothing else after that. I already have all of August planned too, so don't worry. The August 19th episode is covered regardless, even after this event project is over. So don't worry, I got everything covered. But yeah, to clarify, the first half of August will be us finishing this project, just to clarify. Alright, I will see you all in the next episode on Monday, August 5th, where we create exactly what I just said. Also, what do you guys think of the Plaza area? It was one of the longest places in the village overall. So, yeah. Also, notice how every single village, like town-themed area, has 3 buildings in it. That's how it was back then. And I hope you've been able to notice here, too. It's crazy to believe that we only got 2 more things left to create in this place. And I'm personally excited. Now that 3 out of the 5 areas have been created of the village, another thing, what are your thoughts on the village so far? With this being an all-memory project, I'm surprised how much of it I'm actually getting accurate from what I remember 9 years ago. Comment down below what you think of the village so far. And until next time, Goodbye!